Hey everybody, I'm back with this eyebrow tutorial. This is probably one of my most requested videos, so let's get into it. I'm going to start off with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown, and I'm going to use her double-ended eyebrow brush, which comes with a brush side that's a angled thin brush, and then it has a spoolie on the other end. Then I'm always brush my brows out with my spoolie, and then I dip into my dip brow pomade. The key to using this dip brow pomade is that you want to use a little bit at a time. A little bit goes a long way. So I dip a little bit onto my brush, and then I wipe whatever I feel like I need to wipe off on the back of my hand. I brush through my eyebrows once again, get them in place, and then I start like toward the middle of the front end of the brow, and then I carry that line. And I'm just basically outlining my brows how they're shaped. And then once I get to the end of my brow where the tip of the brow is, I use a very, very light hand, and I just kind of pull that wing or that tail out. You can see me mess with my burn. I burnt the crap out of myself last week or the week before that. I burnt the crap out of the side of my head. It was burning for a while. I haven't burnt myself like that in so long. It was crazy. I was actually pressing out my edges because I do not get relaxers anymore, and I haven't in 7 years. So I was pressing my edges out and burnt the crap out of myself. But as you can see, back to the brows. I'm going up to the top, and I'm just basically filling in those brows, and it's pretty self-explanatory, like as you can see what I'm doing. I'm really just using a light hand, and I'm really not dipping back into my pomade too many times because, like I said, a little bit with this product goes a long way because it's very creamy. And so once I'm done filling in the end of the brows, I am going to go back to the front where I did not make that line at all. I'm gonna create a thin line, not thin line, but kind of whatever is left on my brush. I'm using that to kind of make that line in the beginning of my brows, and then I'm going to blend that line upward toward the upward of my brow. Yeah, and I'm just kind of make sure that everything is blended in. You can see what I'm doing, and that's basically how I do my brow with the dip brow pomade. The other option to brows is using a brow pencil, and I'm going to use this one. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer, and it comes double-ended with the front part of the product that has the color, and then the other side is the spoolie. And as you can see, I'm brushing my brows, and basically what I do right here with this is self-explanatory as the other one. I just fill in my brows. And I think the shade of this brow definer is in chocolate, and I'll just let you guys watch what I'm doing because it's basically the same thing I did with the dip brow pomade, but with the pencil it's easier to control the product, as well as it's you can use a lot of product faster, so you can run out of these pencils faster. That's why I like using the brow definer when I want to go for a natural brow. I just use this real quick, or they have a Brow Wiz, which is a thinner pencil. So it's just basically up to you and your preference. But I'm just going to fill in my brows, and I'll let you guys watch and see what I do, and I'll come back when it's time to conceal and clean them up. Now it's time to carve them out, clean them up, whatever you want to call it. I'm using the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and I'm going to use this number 8 BH Cosmetics concealer brush. And I'm just taking a little bit of that concealer on the back of my hand, and I'm going to coat my brush with it on both sides. And as you can see, I'm just going to follow the shape of my eyebrow. This concealer acts as kind of like an eraser. So if you made your brows too thick, you went out the line, you just messed up the shape completely, this is what the concealer is for. It'll help you clean them up, get them back on track. And yeah, if you were just going to like have a no makeup day, this is why you would use a concealer that's closest to your skin tone. You do your brows, clean them up, put your face powder all over your face, put it over top of the concealer to blend everything in together. Do your bronzer, your mascara, your lip gloss or lipstick, whatever your preference is. Throw your eyelashes on, and spray your face with setting spray and go about your day. And of course, once you're done, you always want to go and blend out any lines, anything that's left. This is the same rule that applies with eyeshadows. You don't want any harsh lines, especially if you are not putting any foundation on. You want to use a concealer that's closest to your shade, because you can just clean them up a little bit underneath the eyebrow and go. Now, as you can see, this is why I did not want to do a eyebrow tutorial, because my eyebrows are not the same. They're at different heights, and yeah. So that was pretty much it. I hope you guys learned from this. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I have a tutorial for this eye look coming up next. Until next time, you guys, take care.